Hey everyone, we're going to be looking at fast travel in God of War. So fast travel is quite a popular thing in most games these days, and while it works pretty seamlessly in a lot of other games, there are some complexities to the fast travel in God of War. Firstly, God of War is a story-driven game, so you'll have to keep going along with the story, and the fast travel won't activate until certain parts of the story, and it'll kind of drip feed your abilities to be able to do certain things with the fast travel system. The reason for this is so that certain story elements can be triggered without you missing out on them using the fast travel. So to start with, you'll gain access to the fast travel system, which are delivered through these portals when you first make it to Brok's shop here in Tears Bridge. And he'll essentially give you access to this, but it will only be one way. And by one way, it means you can only use it to get to this point. So you'll be able to find other portals like this and use it to travel back to Brok's shop. However, later on in the story, when you return here from your first trip to Helheim, you'll then get two-way travel, which will mean you'll be able to use this portal to get to other portals in the map. However, they won't all be accessible, which is again kind of constricted to ensure that you don't miss out on story elements. But you can access the portal once you get to this point, and you'll open up the world map to choose where you want to go to. So you can see I've got access to all the Mystic Gateway points here in Midgard, and you should have a similar access, but it might be slightly constricted dependent on where you are in the game. And then it's just a case of choosing where you want to go to. For example, you can go back home relatively easily by just choosing where you want to go to. So long as that location is accessible, you can then click to confirm by pressing X. And this will trigger the door to open, and then you'll be into the realm between realms. And when you get in here, you'll have a long hold walk to the next door, which will take you through your destination. And ordinarily, you'll have a chat with Mimir or Atreus to find out a little bit more of what's going on in the game story, usually about Odin himself. And then it's just a case of accessing the next portal by pressing circle, and you can get on through, and that'll bring you through to the location that you selected. Now, for the most part, the fast travel system doesn't really benefit you too much in the game unless you want to get to certain locations to do some of the favors or picking up certain artifacts from locations. However, it's a big part of the endgame process, so once you complete the game, you'll use the fast travel system a whole lot more. Spoilers alert, guys, if you haven't completed the game yet and you don't want anything spoiled for you, then you might want to stop the video now, because we're going to go into a little bit of the endgame use of the fast travel portals. So essentially, the fast travel really comes into its own when you've completed the game, and what this will allow you to do is travel to certain areas to complete some of the Valkyrie missions, or to pick up some of the hidden doors, or any of the artifacts that you haven't completed during the main game. Now, the Valkyrie fights don't get triggered until you've completed the game, and a lot of the bridges within the temple haven't been constructed until you've completed the game as well. So all these things will become much more accessible once you've completed the game and get into the end game process. One thing that's a little bit confusing though is that when you're in this world map here, you can't see a lot of the artifacts that you might be tracking. So it's a case of making sure that you check where it is on the map first before you head into the portal. So for example, if I wanted to take on the Valkyrie Kara, which is located quite close to the witch's house, then it's a good idea to fast travel to the witch's house. And to do that, it's a case of heading back up to the portal and searching for the witch's cave lower level Mystic Gateway, which will then allow you to head on up and around to where the Valkyrie will be in your main map. So that's it, guys. That's a little 101 for fast travel in God of War. Hopefully it helps you guys out in terms of understanding the way that it works and how it builds throughout the game. Make sure you subscribe to the channel with the links on the left-hand side, and you can check out all of our videos for God of War with the links on the right-hand side. I really appreciate all of your support, so drop us a like below, leave any comments, let us know how you get on, and we will catch you next time. Cheers, guys. Goodbye.